Well, been out. I was talking up again because, while everyone's going silly about their own personal little fucking sookies, because finally something's upset them personally, now they want to come out of the fucking woodwork and have a whinge on Facebook or whatever. Made me front lawn, done what had to be done for the day. Look, I've got to say, this is the shit that pisses me off. Why? Okay. Farming and outdoors. Why I need multiple guns is what some ask. Okay. I get it, but I get it a bit too good. This is their description on what the page is normally about, their YouTube platform, what it's normally about. We are a farming family on the northwest slopes of the Great Dividing Range in New South Wales, Australia. Our videos are just what we see and do on the farm. These include how-to videos, animal encounters, our animals and pets, and things we find funny. Never heard of them before. Now all of a sudden they're blowing up everywhere. Why? No, it's amazing. It's amazing how everyone's on the you shouldn't break the law and you shouldn't do that bandwagon and all the fucking it's nothing but crickets, and they're quite happy to keep their head tucked down in the trenches. While the ratchets come up over the top and say, "She's right, fellas, we got this." That's where the saying come from. Give the Poms and Yanks and fucking pussies. After the, what was his name? The Silver Fox or whatever, the German Silver Fox. And a handful of Aussies got up and sorted it out for him. That's where the saying come from. Everyone else was sitting in there, "Oh, we're outnumbered." Not saying I'm some kind of gung-ho soldier, but, I think you know what I mean. Now, what shits me, this fucking really shits me. These people are all fun and games until, it is, literally. We are a farming family on the northwest slopes of the Great Dividing Range in New South Wales, Australia. Our videos are just what we see and do on the farm. These include how-to videos, animal encounters, our animals and pets, and things we find funny. Do you know what you are? A useful fucking idiot. That's about all you are. Probably a good farmer. You're probably good at good animal husbandry. Probably great at growing shit. Stay the fuck out of the way of politics. I'm sorry, but all you're doing is geeing people up, having a fucking whinge. Why? Because finally something affected you. You got no idea how to fight against it. You don't know what to do about it. What are you doing? You're playing straight into their fucking hands, you goose. They haven't got a clue. I've been doing this shit since forever. Those cunts that have been in this game for 10 minutes, what do they say, 10 years, 15 years? You've been in it for 5 minutes. If you've been in it for 10 or 15 years, you've been in this game for 5 minutes. You know fuck all. I don't mean that to be a nasty cunt. I don't mean that to be a smart ass. I mean that in the sense of stop listening to other people. Have a fucking good hard think about how you're going to fix something before you think you know how to fix something. You're not qualified. You're simply not qualified. You're doing what everyone's been doing for the last 2,000 fucking years. Has it worked yet? No. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same shit over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. What you are doing is what they want you to do. What you were doing is playing straight into their hands. Hopped up and down, whinged, pissed, moaned, caused fucking fights between yourselves about so-called Islam and so-called Jews, out of which tribe of Jews you want to talk about. This is what I talk about when I say we need to have the difficult conversation. The conversation. This is a bloke who just wants to have his conversation. Oh, you're going to take my guns. Hey, mine already gone. Heirlooms and all, gone. Why? Because I've been fighting the battle the right way. They came after me a long time ago. Why? Because they know I know how to fight the battle. Get on board. People who know what to do can't do it on their own. Stop fucking following fuckwits like fucking Scott Challen. All of them. I'm going to show you this video. Why? Because just so you can, like, open your eyes, open your ears, open your fucking mind, and listen to him. Listen to him properly. I'll turn it up a little bit. Well, having a fucking silk. Why not? That's how we roll around here. Us fucking half poms.
G'day folks, back in the office today. A common question I've been getting through my latest videos is, why do I need more than one gun? This isn't a justification video. This is just a video to ask, why would you even ask that? Does a mechanic have one spanner? Or does a mechanic even just have one bay to put cars in? Up here, there's a photo of a roll of chef knives. There's 8 of them. Why does a chef need 8 knives? This is just the same. A lot of people have 2 cars. Gee, we don't need 2 cars. A lot of people have 2 houses. What about that? The government just shouldn't be involved in petty things like stealing my stuff when I've done nothing wrong. Simple. Anyway, be safe out there, guys. Thanks for watching.
Right. In his other videos, he raves on about anti-Semitism and this and that. That's what they want you to do, you dopey bastard. Yeah, like, I get wound up at it because I can't believe how fucking simple-minded and narrow tunnel visions you are. How you keep falling for the same trick over and over and over again. It's like watching Homer trying to get the fucking muffin, and the hamster turns out to be smarter than Homer. When Lisa was doing a science experiment, who is more intelligent at figuring out cause and effect, Homer or the hamster? Turned out the hamster was the smart one. Because you've never been actually been engaged in actually watching what's going on until it affects you, you still think you can bait your way out of it, don't you? Or you lot, you still think you can bait your way out of it. You still think you can fight against the system that was actually designed for you to be fighting against yourself. Social engineering to manufacture consent. It's what the game is. It's manufactured consent through social engineering. Why do you think we have multiculturalism in the first place? It was never meant to work in our favour. It was never meant to help anyone. It was meant to create problems. Like, seriously, do you not think, like people go, oh, conspiracy theorists, like George Carlin said, what do you think, that a bunch of rich cocksuckers don't sit around and conspire and think and talk about ways on how they can keep the power structure, and so they can take all the money, all the wealth, and keep all the control? If you don't think that, you probably don't think at all. You're not real bright, are you? Seriously. Why do you think they picked the dumbest of the dumb fucking useful idiots that are all yes men and yes women for the police service? It ain't a service, it's a force. Why do you think they changed the name from a peace officer in a police service to police officers in a police force? They took the word peace out of it. They took the word service out of it. Now it's just police officers in a police force, policing your every fucking move. When he says, oh, government should stay out of petty decisions, and no, the government needs to stay the fuck out of everything. The government needs to leave well alone until we need them to act on something. Why? Why do they need to keep introducing legislation that is completely destroying the rule of law? Social cohesion, everything. Why? Have you ever actually, honestly asked yourself why? No, because you don't want to admit the horrible fucking truth to yourself that we're ruled over by a belligerent fucking government in a foreign territory. You don't. It's public embarrassment and shame that stops you from asking these questions. Why? Because you don't want to admit to yourself that maybe the fucking some of the tinfoil hatters are right, not all of them, most of them are fucking cuckoo. But you don't want to be labelled a conspiracy theorist because you're a fucking pansy. I'm labelled it big time, and I don't do conspiracy theories. I do follow the fucking trail, follow the facts, follow the evidence, follow the receipts. Follow the history, the verifiable history pattern, all of that. To the point that I pretty much know the actual end game, not just the fucking plan for the end game. I know what it looks like, and it ain't fucking pretty. Not from conspiracy theories, because conspiracy theorists, the Mad Hatters, they actually don't know what it looks like. They haven't got a clue. They only think they know because somebody else told them. And they got that information from somebody else. It's all third, fourth hand information. It's never ever been verified. Fuck your fact check, Karen. Verified. Can you verify it? Intel is something that has to be verified from two different sources of completely unrelated, completely unrelated sources of two verifiable directions. Like, otherwise it's just what somebody said. It's just blah, 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 blah. If you can't verify it from two separate sources, well, it's just talk. If you can't even look at it yourself in a way that it actually makes sense to you, then it's just an idea. It's a possibility. At that point, it's still only a theory. But remember back to school, what did you have to learn before you'd done it in prac, in science and woodwork and metalwork? You had to learn the theory. So everything's a theory until it's put into practice. Have you ever actually thought about that? Common Core English, people. Before something's put into practice, it has to be a theory. Someone has to think it up. The system that we have, before they put it into practice, was just a theory. The problem is, it's all actually still theoretical, in the sense that, can you see it? Can you hold it? Can you touch it? Can you fight it? No, you can't, because you can't see it, touch it, or hold it. How can you fight something that doesn't really exist, only in your head? As a collective, you all collectively believe it, so you think it's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing, but what's in it? Nothing. There's nothing in there. That's it. Because it's empty, and because it's a tangible object on the outside, it's a system for holding things in it. Now there's something in it. The system is in it now. It holds the candy. It's a system for holding things. But that's a tangible, an actual tangible system. Oh, I dropped my candy cane. Can't be having that. I've got cat hair on it now. Who cares? Oh, you get COVID or something. These cunts piss me off. Because nothing ever matters until it affects you. And like I've been saying all along, that line that's coming for us all, we're all just standing at different intervals. We're pretty close to all of us being there with our back against the wall, and the line's right at our toes. There's two ways you can step over that line. The way they want you to, and push back. Or you can step over that line and then just walk away. You can walk away now. You don't realise this. How you defeat it is by not fighting it. It takes two to have a fight. Two sides to have a war. How do you defeat it? Take away its relevance. Take away its leverage. Take away everything that it's using to bash you over the head with by just walking away from it. Sorry, you're not relevant. You don't matter to me anymore. But the problem is that you're all too selfish to do it for somebody else. You only fight when it affects you. And then you don't know how to fight. You haven't got a clue. All you do is get angry, hop up and down and fucking whinge into your fucking beer. Instead of waiting for someone to lead you out of it, or someone to come and save the day, lead yourself out of it. Walk away from it. The problem is, not the problem, but a huge problem is, you all want to be the one that fixed it. It was me. It was my idea. I did it. Me. Me. Pride. We're all going to fall because of all of your prides. All of your collective pride. Collective individuals. Instead of being an individual collective, you want to be a collective of individuals. It don't work. It never works. How does that work? How does a team have a whole bunch of people on their own team? We had a game like that at school called Monster Ball. There was no winner, there was no loser, but fuck, there was a lot of injuries. What was the rule? Who scores the most points, sorry, that was rude, he or she, pretty much he, girls didn't get involved, we played it in a netball court, and whoever scored the most points wins. The girls kept score. And what was the other rules? There weren't any. That's why we called it Monster Ball. Everyone was their own man, each man for himself. That was a rough game. We played it with a basketball in a netball court. A lot of injuries. Who won? I would say, because it was an outside bitumen court, I would say the bitumen. Yeah, we won. It toughened us up. We grew some new skin. Man, there was a lot of injuries. And at the end of the day, nobody really won. So this isn't the type of war that you can fight like that. This isn't survival of the fittest and the strongest. This is a war of tactics. This is a war of tactics. This is a war of... This is a game of chess. Stop letting other people describe what 5G chess is to you. Because they don't know how to play it themselves, they're full of shit. 5G chess, 5D chess. Two sides playing 5D, which means that there is 10 manoeuvres that can be made at any time, taking it in turns. 10 directives. You can't fight one issue on different fronts. As we all know, you have two sides. What side do you think the government's on? The government's the board, setting up the pieces to fight each other on 5 platforms. Now, every time they divide, they create a new board. Every time they divide everyone into two more lots of groups, they create a new board. So everybody, like as Bosie keeps saying, oh, we don't need everyone on the same side. You come up that side of the hill and you come up this side of the hill. And how many hills are there? When everyone's divided, nobody's saying, why don't we just fucking throw the board upside down? Why don't we just stop playing? Stop fighting it. You only give it relevance and credence by trying to fight it. You're only giving it validity. The only reason it has any validity, because you're engaging with it in the wrong way. You should be engaging with it from a distance and watching it like a people watcher. Like a good hunter in the jungle or in the forest. You watch and you wait and you watch and you look for the patterns. That time has been and gone now. It's over. I've been doing that for a long time. Third generation in my family to be in this fight. So yeah, I know a thing or two. Started with my grandfather. Because he wanted to know why his parents died in a Russian gulag and why he was drafted out straight out of an orphanage 6 months after moving out of it, straight into World War II, to watch all of his friends die. Mum carried the flag for a bit, but woohoo, sent her a bit cuckoo. I think. I don't know what her caper is. She's a weirdo. Love her, but nah. She thinks she can meditate your way out of it with crystals or something. I don't know. It's a bit hard for someone to whack it over you. If you don't even acknowledge your existence. They become irrelevant. They go somewhere else. Oh, it's not working with this guy. They get sick of it. It's not working. I'm not getting a rise out of him. I'm not getting a fight out of him. I'll go somewhere else and find the fight. They're no fun. I can't even get them upset. Can't make them cry. Can't make them angry. Can't do anything. They're not getting their narcissistic feed from you. Because believe me, anybody that wants to be a politician is a self-absorbed, grandiose narcissist with a very, very false view of themselves. And a very, very unhealthy superiority complex born from inferiority. If they cannot win fairly, they'll whack it over you any way they can. In the real world, none of these people would be able to survive. They wouldn't hold down a job. They wouldn't work up a sweat. On the battlefield, they'd be the one that would get everybody else fucking shot because they'd be too busy crying when you're supposed to be fucking quiet. Whimpering. They're fighting you with the system, not with brawn, with the system. You've got to be smarter in this. And you've got to be less selfish. Another tactic that they're using is you think that they're all on opposing in different sides, in different parties. You think you can bait your way out of it. It's pathetic. That's a very naive way of thinking about this. Perhaps if we just get Pauline in. Pauline's sold out. Why else do you think she's running around, hanging around with Gina Reinhart? She's not in it for the Aussie battler no more. She's rubbernecking it and rubbing shoulders with the fucking billionaires. All starry-eyed and fucking... covered in bullshit fucking glitter and $100 note tinsel. Confetti made out of fucking lies. When you think about it, they all go to work at the same building in a foreign territory called Parliament, and they are employed by government. With an ABN in a foreign country. That ain't my word, but prove that they don't. Instead of me trying to prove to you that they do, you prove to me that they don't. That's how you get to the receipts. Try and debunk yourself. Try and prove yourself wrong. And if you just keep coming up with more proof that you're not wrong, perhaps you're not wrong. But when you prove yourself wrong, be prepared to admit it. Otherwise, you're just going to remain wrong. Let me say no, Eve. Get some tactics. Oh, seriously, get some tactics. Get some fucking brains in you. Get some... There's an old saying, and this, oh damn, this is a perfect example. And a lot of older people will get this. Who really gets it? People who have got away from addictions. What is the hardest thing to get away from when you have an addiction? The people that you hung around with while you was addicted. Unless you get rid of them, you won't shake your addiction. You'll keep getting dragged back into the bucket. You can't get away from it, you can't beat it, you can't defeat it. Because those people that you used to consider friends aren't your friends at all. They're taking advantage of you to feed their own habit. If you have to go to another park to play with different kids or by yourself. And what's the worst thing you can do? Tell them where you're going. Or tell them where you've gone to. They'll all come to the new park and ruin everybody else's fucking life. How do you succeed? Dump them like a cock on a rock and call them a thing and never fucking go near them again. That's how you win.